If you've ever thought about traveling to Vietnam, you've probably seen places like Hanoi and Ha Long Bay, and while they're incredible in their own way, they weren't what drew us here. What made us decide to come to Vietnam was a place that looks like a dream. Ninh Binh. We had seen it in photos and travel videos, but nothing prepared us for what it would feel like to actually be here. Going through the still waters, walking through ancient pagodas, and getting lost in a place that feels untouched by time. Ninh Binh isn't just beautiful, it's otherworldly. A place where history and nature collide, where everything you see is surreal. If there's one place that proves Vietnam's landscapes are straight out of a magnificent ancient legend, this is it. Ninh Binh is an epic place, and getting here was surprisingly smooth. We kicked things off with a quick 1-hour flight from Hue to Hanoi. Nothing too crazy. Then we had a 3-hour layover in Hanoi, which was a perfect chance to stretch our legs and grab a bite. After that, we hopped onto what's called a limousine, basically a fancy, comfortable van, and cruised for another 2 hours. By the time we rolled into Ninh Binh, we were ready to call it a day, and our amazing hosts welcomed us with some serious warmth. It was the perfect end to a long travel day. Look where we are right now. We cannot wait to start exploring this place. Waking up to this is surreal. The grandiose limestone cliffs silently summon your full attention as they rise suddenly from the earth, massive, unmoving, and sharply fall into a glassy lake of stillness. The only thing that's missing is the deep, roasted aroma and smooth taste of relaxation that can only be found in a good cup of coffee. Bold on the tongue, smooth on the finish, and strong enough to wake the senses. The kitchen doesn't open until 7 a.m., but not to worry. We always come prepared with a portable coffee maker and joy itself ground to perfection. This is probably one of the most beautiful places that we've ever woken up to. And I'm pretty sure it's the most incredible place that I've ever sat down to drink my coffee in.
Yeah, this place is absolutely incredible.
By the way, when we were in Hue, I got a Phin filter, which is a Vietnamese coffee making contraption, so that I can make Vietnamese coffee at home. And I love it. It's super light and portable, and all you need is ground coffee and hot water. And I can just sit here watching these limestone mountains while drinking my Vietnamese coffee first thing in the morning. Pretty sure that was the best $1.40 that I've ever spent. I don't even know if we need to go anywhere. I mean, I don't know if it can really get much better than this.
Could you imagine climbing to the top of one of these? Actually, I was reading online that there's a great place to do that.
Okay, there's no way we could sit here any longer. It's time to explore. We were nervous about driving in Vietnam because the rules of the road here are very different than anywhere else we've been thus far, and we're just not very familiar with them. Remote areas like this, though, aren't as crowded as bigger cities, so driving here is actually pretty relaxed.
Thank you.
The road winds us closer to the foot of the cliffs, where stone steps disappear into the sky. This is where Mua Cave begins. Ang Mua translates to the dancing cave because once upon a time, this was a place of entertainment for an emperor. While this site is named after the famous cave, we're actually not here for the cave. We are here for an epic view. And getting there requires some stamina and effort. 500 steep, unforgiving steps to be precise. But then, just when you start questioning your choices, what the heck am I doing here? Okay, that's it. I'm done. That's it. Goodbye. Oh my gosh. What am I? Just a second. Ooh, okay. What? You reach the top. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is Trang An, a landscape that has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its otherworldly beauty and a cultural history that reaches back thousands of years. And it has looked like this for generations, a landscape sculpted by time and the elements. Towering limestone karsts rise like ancient sentinels from an ocean of rice fields, the same fields that have sustained families for over 1,000 years. Below, the No Dong River winds through the valley, its waters carrying whispers of traders, fishermen, and farmers who have drifted along its currents for centuries. We came here on 2 occasions, once on a Saturday at 9 a.m. The trails were already humming with footsteps, the summit dotted with people and cameras. A few days later, we came back on a Monday at 7:30 a.m., and it felt like an entirely different place. Quiet, still, just the soft breeze and the stillness of the cliffs. If you're hoping to experience this landscape at its most serene, early on a weekday is the best time to immerse yourself in the vastness of its wild beauty. Well, from here, you can see that the beauty of this place runs intricately deep, and the cultures and history here is incredibly ancient. We just took in the vast, sweeping beauty of this region from above, and now it's time to step closer and take a look within. The Trang An region is a landscape of layers, limestone mountains rising from flooded valleys, roads winding through time itself. And arriving here at Bai Dinh Pagoda, those layers come into sharp focus. The weight of centuries lingers in the air. You can feel it all settled into the mountain like it's always been there. This place is absolutely incredible. It feels like you've just stepped onto the scene of a Lord of the Rings movie. The Bai Dinh Pagoda, meaning Emerald Cave, is a name that fits effortlessly into its surroundings. Nestled against a limestone mountain and framed by lush greenery, the pagoda feels almost hidden. It was built in the 15th century and later expanded under the Nguyen dynasty, Vietnam's last imperial family. This place of worship is over 600 years old, and originally there was only a single pagoda here, but in 1705, the governor of Ninh Binh, which is actually an ancestor of the Nguyen dynasty, decided to expand on this place and built what you see here today. The Nguyen dynasty was Vietnam's last imperial ruling family, and we actually got a glimpse of the imperial city when we were in Hue. You can go and check out that video too. This place really feels like a fairy tale, and it's a little bit hard to pull away, but it's time to head back into real life and grab some lunch. We didn't end up going very far. There's this really neat looking restaurant right next to the pagoda, and we're gonna eat here because the view is amazing and it just feels super peaceful. Honestly though, the view was way better than the food. We've just had a taste of Vietnam's incredible natural beauty and deeply rooted history, and now we're going to experience some of Ninh Binh local culture. Our final stop for today is a unique place called Buffalo Cave.
We've heard that you could have some immersive cultural experiences here, but we typically don't plan things in advance, and so we're just going to be spontaneous and show up and see what happens.
So we just learned a little something about this place. It's owned by a family that are rice farmers and fishermen. And because things are getting a little more difficult economically to make a living off of just rice farming and fishing alone, they've added tourism to their farm so that foreigners can come here and just kind of get a glimpse into local life. So they supplement their income that way. And they offer some really neat experiences, like they have some ducks here, and they sit the babies out there under a heating lamp, and they let you feed them and just stick your hands in there and let them nibble on your hands. It's really fun.
See?
There you go. Oh, little baby.
Tickling the dad.
Look, they're pecking at the camera. And when you buy your entrance ticket, it includes the price of feeding the buffalo and the ducks and also visiting the Buffalo Cave itself. The cave is only 40 meters long and curiously warm inside. Do you feel that? It's really warm. Wow, I didn't expect it to be like this. Oh, it's getting like hotter and hotter. This is definitely different than I thought it would be.
It's like a heater in here.
It is. Though small in size, this cave once offered refuge, sheltering locals who fled here during Vietnam's long and turbulent fight for independence from the 1950s through the 70s. Its walls hold stories of survival, determined strength, and the will to endure. The narrow, bumpy road leading to Buffalo Cave is lined with weathered signposts and old photographs, quiet markers of the people and stories rooted in this land. Well, this is a really nice, peaceful and chill, relaxing experience. We're really glad that we did this, and it cost less than $3 a person for, I don't know, everything.
Yeah.
It's really nice. The price includes one free drink per person and a traditional fishing experience. As the sun sets over Ninh Binh, the echoes of the day linger. Ancient pagodas, vibrant rice fields that have sustained life in this region for centuries, and the quiet rhythm of life here. But tomorrow holds something a little different. Yesterday we saw a lot. Oh my goodness, it's so bumpy. Oh, until the paved road. Okay. Yesterday we saw a lot of the beauty of Ninh Binh, and today we're gonna see more, but from a completely different perspective. Hidden in the heart of Ninh Binh, Trang An is a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its incredible landscape that is as ancient as it looks. Towering limestone karsts, winding emerald rivers, and caves that have been here for thousands of years. There is only one way to truly see this region. Well, that was an unexpected start. Thankfully, I didn't fall in the water because that would have made it for a very cold experience. Our local guide was kind and her strength was truly impressive. You must be very strong to row like this every day. Yeah. I wanted to connect with her and hear her story, but the translation came out a little too flat. It made me wonder how different this moment could have felt with the right words, said the right way. That's why I wanted to share this. We've partnered with Rosetta Stone to offer you a discount you literally cannot find anywhere else. Rosetta Stone is offering you 60% off lifetime access. That's only $149 only at the link in the description. They're the most trusted name in language learning with over 30 years of experience, with quality voice recognition tools like True Accent that help you sound natural and short immersive lessons that fit into real life. It's built for connection, not perfection, because even a few words said well can go a long way. Thank you. Gliding through the waterways of Trang An feels like floating on the surface of another world. The Sao Kay River weaves through valleys and caves. Some of these caves stretch over 300 meters.
Oh, it's the longest one yet.
This is 320 meters.
There's silence wrapping around you like a blanket, broken only by the soft splash of paddles and the distant drip of water echoing against the ancient stone. The river connects to centuries-old temples dedicated to emperors, generals, and monks. People still come here to pray, light incense, and honor Vietnam's past. It's quiet, peaceful, and deeply connected to legendary Vietnamese traditions. Trang An's towering cliffs and camouflaged caves aren't only beautiful, they were once a natural fortress. The ancient Vietnamese used these hidden waterways and caves as military strongholds, and archaeologists have found evidence of human life here going back thousands of years. Imagine how many generations have passed through these waters before us.
This landscape is absolutely unbelievable, like completely unreal. I can't believe we're here right now.
If this place looks like something straight out of a movie, it's because it is.
2014 đóng phim Trường Kinh Công.
2014 starred in the movie King Kong. Oh, King Kong movie set.
Okay. Thank you.
What's King Kong?
This is where they filmed King Kong at.
Trang An was a filming location for Kong, Skull Island, and you can actually visit the set of a tribal village from the film. But honestly, this place doesn't need Hollywood to make it feel cinematic. It does that all on its own.
Let me tell you, this boat trip was absolutely incredible. You see YouTube videos and photos and you think, can it really be that good? But wow, the immensity of the cliffs, the caves that you get to go through, the smells and scents as you go through like the jungle water passageways is absolutely incredible. It's like one of those places you absolutely have to do when you come to Ninh Binh.
We've been sitting and admiring nature for about 3 hours, and now it's time to get some movement in.
We were running a bit low on gas, and so we found one of these beside the street gas pumps, and it's pretty cool. They just hand pump it up into this glass thing and then gravity feed it back down into the bike, and it's super quick and easy, and now we're headed off again.
Hey, where do we go?
This way? You sure? Oh, okay.
We've just arrived to one of the largest Buddhist complexes in all of Southeast Asia. This is Bai Dinh Pagoda, and it covers 539 hectares, and it's also Vietnam's largest Buddhist complex.
Getting the ticket was a little bit confusing, and what we figured out is that entrance to the actual pagoda is free, but the distance between where you park your vehicle and the actual entrance to the pagoda is, I don't know how long, but it's a long ways, and they don't allow you to walk it. You have to take an electric car, and that's what you have to buy the ticket for. You buy a ticket for the electric car to take you to the entrance. The cheaper option, which is what we got, just drops you off, and then you have to walk throughout the whole entire pagoda complex. Or you can rent an electric car to drive you around throughout the entire complex, so you don't have to walk as much.
This place is massive, and everything here, from the pagodas to the Buddha statues, everything is built to impress. Perched at the highest point of the Bai Dinh complex sits Tam Te Temple. Inside, 3 towering bronze Buddhas sit in quiet symmetry, representing the past, present, and future. At 7.2 meters tall and weighing 50 tons apiece, they are the largest trio of their kind in Vietnam. The 526-meter-long corridor, flanked by 500 monolithic statues believed to bring good luck and hundreds of smaller metal figures, guides the way toward the complex's most impressive sites: the towering 13-story Bao Tian Stupa and the 10-meter-tall, 100-ton Buddha statue. Bao Tian Stupa is the tallest in Southeast Asia. Thankfully, there's an elevator to take you to the top, and the view is mesmerizing. From up here, the landscape just spills out in every direction. Vast open plains broken by the sudden rise of stark limestone cliffs, stretching far beyond what the eye can hold. This immense complex was completed in 2010, and while most eyes are drawn to its grandeur, it's the quieter, ancient part of Bai Dinh that we are eager to see. Tucked into the forested slopes of Dinh Mountain, the original Bai Dinh Pagoda still stands.
There it is!
A quiet sanctuary away from the grandeur of the new complex.
This is where the original pagoda is, and it's believed to be over 1,000 years old.
So far, what I love about this whole pagoda complex is that as you head towards the top, you walk up this beautiful staircase, passing these really cool little caves up through the jungle. It's pretty magical.
Inside the cool, quiet caves, faded stone carvings and time-worn inscriptions are whispers of the many generations that have gone before us. The air is filled with birdsong, the rustle of leaves, and the kind of gentle quiet that invites you to slow down and just be.
The ancient part of this pagoda is amazing. It's very simple. It's not nearly as grandiose as the newer part of this complex, but up here it's so peaceful. There's like no noise at all whatsoever, and the incense that they burn here smells like sweet jasmine. Oh my goodness, it's so relaxing. It feels like you're walking through a garden in the mountains.
There's something really special about pausing in this stillness together, fully present, surrounded by the beauty that's been here for centuries.
We really enjoyed our time here, and I think my favorite part, even though it's harder to get to, was going to the oldest part of the temple complex. It is ancient up there with the caves. It's a really unique place to go.
Honestly, Ninh Binh more than surpassed our expectations.
The peaceful landscapes around here with the huge limestone cliffs surrounded by green rice paddies is pretty spectacular.
It's the kind of place that you'll look back on your photos one day and be like, oh my gosh, I was actually there. We're leaving with our hearts full and hope that you're ready to embrace the unknown with us on the next adventure.